Hello everybody! Welcome, slightly belatedly, to Monday night bullshit.
We've never started a stream on time, Jay. Don't be daft.
Yeah, I know, I'm eating, man.
Welcome to a slightly bemumbled stream, because Jonathan's mouth is full, and I don't have an excuse.
So, you want to make some monsters?
Yeah, I do. Sorry, I realized I stopped halfway through the introduction because I saw something move in my other monitor. Hi! We're really focused today. We're so focused. We're gonna be so good, and there will be no distraction. Not even this tiny duck will distract me.
We're both doing great. Chris is
so
clearly
good.
Strung up, and I only finished the preparation I've been doing today for Scottish Games Frenzy half an hour ago.
We are proud of you for preparing for Scottish Games Frenzy.
I'm going to, 1, be eating a lot, prepared by my lovely partner, and 2, everything's just fucking grand. So, concept for this video we have done before, where we took monsters from the popular Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and converted them into D&D 5e, and we had a great time doing it. Once again, we are using this stat block template. I am so annoyed that I can't remember the username of the guy I got this from. I credited him in the first video. I will credit him in the description of this on the YouTube video. So I'm very, very sorry for not mentioning you originally if you ever see this. Because I found this template from some absolute fucking hero on Reddit.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Reddit, the place where heroes go to hide.
Oh, they certainly hide something. Yeah. So, we are going to build a few monsters. Now, the way I want to do this, the way we're going to do this is going to be slightly different. Because, we are going to build one specific monster first, and then I think we're going to roll dice to determine the next ones.
Yeah.
Because last
time
we did this, if you all remember, we converted a creature called Double Coston, who in Yu-Gi-Oh! You contribute it and have it count as 2 tributes for a dark monster. Fine. Hey Dragon, how you doing? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Dragon. Yeah.
I'm really glad that you come back for like the last 3 streams. It's always good to see you. But yeah, so we're gonna. But in the text of that, when we turn it into a monster, into like a little constantly swarming and splitting thing, we mentioned another Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster. A creature by the name of Despair from the Dark. Who is
a terrifying, gigantic creature of evilness.
One badass motherfucker.
Yes.
This guy. I've lost Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I did like an evil pose and shit and everything.
Yeah, that card. I'm sorry you woke up sick, man. That sucks. But yeah, Despair from the Dark.
It's good.
Yeah,
solid card.
It's a good solid card. For the life of me, I can't remember what the actual card does.
It's a fucking 8-star card.
Yeah, I remember the stats, but I don't remember its effect.
When it's destroyed in a particular way, it returns to the field.
Ah, right.
And it's actually not the easiest way to do. Hang on.
No, it has. Yeah, because I don't remember its effect ever really coming into play.
No, it's along with a lot of zombie monsters from that kind of era, where it was like, "We'll rise from the grave," and it was like, "But only in really specific circumstances that will become much easier to do when we're no longer relevant to the meta."
It just became a big undead beat stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Dragon, but I hope you're feeling better just now. Ah, hello, new person. Hello, Camille.
Welcome.
Anyway.
let me just. Where are we? God.
That's rough, man. Some people recommend ginger ale or ginger beer as a way to settle stomachs. We're doing alright, Cannel. We're just working on some D&D homebrew.
Indeed. Based on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Personally, Dragon, speaking as someone who has chronic shite stomach, bread. Bread is, just like a little bit. Bread or rice cakes. Tends to do you quite well.
Aye, something dry.
But not a lot of it, just like a little. Yeah, because otherwise you'll do yourself worse.
Yeah.
I think the size and the alignment are pretty. The size, classification, and the alignment. I think this is a gargantuan undead.
Oh yeah, this is a huge undead motherfucker. Yeah, this thing is large and scary.
We are doing gargantuan undead. And I'm just gonna say neutral evil.
Yeah?
I mean,
That's
real
fair.
bread or toast, either or. Just that at that point, it's a point of preference. I personally prefer using toast just because I like the crunch.
I love the idea of real bread versus toast, as if toast has ceased being real bread. By adding sufficient heat, the bread is no longer real. It has become a figment of your imagination.
I mean, to be honest, man, I had a panini earlier that did not have the sufficient heat added to it. It was the most disappointing panini I've ever had. I remember, I've had a rough day. I sat in the car and really cried over this shite panini.
I mean, you know what? If a panini is so bad it drives you to tears, then
It was
that's a pretty bad panini.
Of all things it should be, panini should not be sludge.
True.
German toast doesn't count as real bread even if it's not toasted.
It's not toasted toast!
Okay, this is a cultural thing. This is absolutely a cultural thing because I know the Germans take their bread very, very seriously, and I do not understand all of it.
And that's fair, because we, the Scots, famously don't take any food seriously. We just steal it.
Hey, we're very serious about taking people's food.
Absolutely. The Scots, I think, have culturally appropriated food from just about every corner of the globe. We invented the chicken tikka masala, and that says a lot about the Scottish attitude towards food.
Fuck, because John Oliver, just to date this video, John Oliver put up all of season 6 of Last Week Tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then the first one is a piece on Brexit. And it's just like, from 2019, and we're sitting there being like, yep, man, yep. And they were doing...
You called it.
They were doing Brexit boxes, which was just like, hey, here's a fucking paint tin full of recycled sludge that you'll be able to turn into. And it was like chicken tikka, fucking fajitas or something. And I was just sitting there being like, and he just sat there and went, we're just going to skip over the irony of all the foods mentioned there being things that foreigners have brought to Britain and made it infinitely better.
Although I'd like to point out that Kamel has just brought in haggis, and I'm sorry, haggis is class. Alright, haggis is great.
Fucking good. However,
and you can put it in most stuff. Like haggis goes on pizza, haggis goes in lasagna, haggis goes in a korma,
and it goes in a burger.
And it goes in a burger.
Haggis on a burger.
Haggis is great.
Like, some people put pulled pork on a burger. No, don't do it. It just becomes a mess. Haggis, so much better.
I would do pulled pork and haggis, but I'm here for the mess. I like a messy burger.
I hate when a burger just dissolves in my fucking hands, and that's happened every time I've done pulled pork in a toasty though, where you can kind of like almost seal the edges. That's fucking class.
I mean, no, the best place for pulled pork is in a burrito.
I'll agree with you there. I will give you that. I just don't eat many burritos.
Well, that's your fault.
Oh, yeah, we feed the stolen food to the sheep. We then eat the sheep. And all of the sheep.
That's how you make haggis.
Exactly. That's how you make haggis if you can't catch a wild one.
And yes, Dragon Craze, I have to say,
no,
haggis is great. I don't know, obviously don't know where everybody's based, but if you're in
Dragons
UK,
in America.
it's not too hard to come across. In the States, fuck, I don't know. It's probably somewhere. There's a bunch of lunatics in the States all raving about their Scottish heritage. They'll have imported haggis from somewhere.
One thing I will say though, Dragon, haggis is one of those things. Germany. Haggis is one of those things that the vegetarians had a fucking field day with. Vegetarian haggis is really, really good. Like, the standard of vegetarian haggis is fantastic.
Yeah, but that's mainly because the haggis is primarily... I mean, Germany... I don't know if Germany would have haggis. I think they probably are like, no, we have our sauerkraut, and that is sufficient.
I think the Germans would go, no, we have standards.
Well, that is also fair. To be fair, I think haggis originally, aside from the being in a sheep's stomach, was primarily vegetables.
Like, it has been illegal for 53 years to ship haggis into the US. Is that
God!
Is that under the Invasive Species Act?
No, it's under the same reason why Iron Brew is illegal in Canada.
Aye, true. The reason I could never emigrate to Canada.
Yeah.
I am stuck in this sinking ship of a country.
Yeah. What do you put in haggis? It's just grass, son. Grass will put hair on your chest, you know.
I could smoke an entire haggis in my younger day.
Oh man, right. I was gonna say, in fairness, I'm like, at least, you know, again, we're gonna talk about same reason why almost any food made in America is not allowed in the EU. Because pretty much.
It's because the EU has standards, and yeah,
the US is precious.
Yeah, the US is it's because the US for some reason not only does the US not have the separation of church and state, it doesn't have the separation of economy and state.
In fairness, most haggis is not made with sheep's lung. Like, it genuinely isn't anymore. They do the same stuff that you use to make sausages. That's basically what they use now, because it's easier.
Like, actual proper sheep-made haggis is a rarity.
Yeah, just, again, it's like the sheep is better used for other stuff, mostly.
Kinda, yeah.
The separation of chemistry and food. You know what? Church and state, chemistry and food. I'm here for this argument. I'm like, which side will you choose?
I separate all of them.
No, I'm like, food. Food is definitely the Catholics, though. Food is is Catholicism in this argument.
How?
Because it's older. Chemistry is newer, therefore is Protestants. That is how you start a riot on this channel within 10 minutes.
It's been 10 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes, and we're already bringing in the sectarianism. Let's fucking go. So
that's how you know it's a Scottish Twitch channel.
So you know it's a Scottish Twitch channel.
Exactly. We stoke hatred wherever we go.
Stop, for fuck's sake, Chris.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Jewish people are for the separation. Jewish people are for the separation of chemistry and food. That's fair. It's probably I was gonna say there's definitely I
was gonna say we are not the people. We are not the people to work out if synthetic pork is kosher.
Hey, that's one.
Right. So, should we talk about Despair from the Dark?
Yes, please. Let's talk about Despair from the Dark.
For fuck's sake.
No, the Scottish did food without spices for a long time. It was a bad idea. That's why
Britain
India.
conquered the world.
Yeah, we literally we destroyed the homes of every single every single person in the whole Persian Gulf and beyond, and we were like, now we'll have your spices, please.
And then decided that they were icky.
Yeah, I know, right? There's a great comedian, an Indian comedian, who does this whole bit on like how Britain invaded India for all of their fabulous spices, and then the one that we took away the most was cinnamon, which is the one that like in India is like used the least. He's like, if you'd invaded us for garam masala, I'd fucking understand. But cinnamon? The fuck is wrong with you? It's beautiful. I love it.
People showed up and ate wood.
Yeah. Oh man.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Despair from the Dark. On topic.
So, as we've decided, this is a chunky motherfucker. This is a boss monster. The way we have put together this sort of encounter idea is you have the double cost-ons, they're floating around, they get divided up, and then neither of us have ADHD is the thing!
Autism.
Chris is autistic. Neither of us have ADHD.
I mean, I could be ADHD. We don't know. There's plenty of crossover. Sphere of Darkness.
Oh, this is definitely getting spellcasting. You can definitely cast Darkness at will.
100%. I also kind of want it to have like an ambush ability where if it appears in the dark, you just fuck.
I want to give it an aura as well, but we're not. I don't want to get there just yet. I want to do the stats first.
Alright.
Because what we're looking at here is we're looking at a big, scary motherfucker, big claws. I might do a toned down version of Maddening Darkness, just because Maddening Darkness as a spell is absolutely fucking horrifying. It's like
I actually don't think I know Maddening Darkness.
It's an 8th level spell that it will just wipe people out. So I might do a wee toned down version of it, just because, you know, you want players to actually be able to beat this thing.
That is fair.
Tell you what, Chris, actually, for something we can kind of model this on, do you want to see if you can find me the stats for a Nightwalker?
Well, I'm looking currently through different undead. And
Nightwalker, I think, is probably going to be quite analogous here.
Okay, well, let's see about Nightwalker. Do you know what book it's in?
I think it's in the monster manual.
Oh, well, let's...
It is not.
Well.
It's in one of the core 3.
Okay. I will keep looking.
So I think that means Mordenkainen. Nightwalker.
Hey, it is indeed Nightwalker. Here we go, Nightwalker. CR20.
That big skinny bastard.
Yeah.
It's even got the same horns.
It does actually.
No, I've got Chris. Chris has got he's got a lot of the PDFs open. I've got all my books open on my bed. We don't need links, but thanks, Dragon. We're all right.
I appreciate it.
Nightwalker is one of those things you only throw at a high level party when you want them to die.
How is it? I was gonna say it's yeah, this is scary. And don't worry, if you've only been in one D&D game so far, one session, there's so much more to look forward to. Everything can go horribly wrong, and we're here to help that happen.
D&D is a magical batshit game.
Yes. Inferno from the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. So, do you... right, if I remember correctly, Despair from the Dark has 3,000 defense.
Yes, it does. 2,800 attack, 3,000 defense.
Yeah, so we should probably give it a nice chunky AC.
Oh, 100%. It's a big, hard to hit thing.
Oh, make the bullshit. Make the bullshit. Well, if you want any of these monsters, they're all on my Patreon for free. I haven't made them fancy yet. Well, they're fancy-ish, but they're all PDFs for all of them are on the Patreon for free. Fucking wire in, man.
Absolutely.
There should be a link in the channel description.
But yes.
Go forth and cause chaos.
Yeah, I think so we've got it. I think you want. I mean, you said you wanted to do the stats before you did anything else, but I feel like, definitely end boss material. This is what we're here for.
This is meant to be appearing at the end of an encounter where you basically spend the entire encounter trying to make sure it doesn't fucking show up.
Yeah, which is the fun bit.
Yeah.
But it also means that you have the option that when it appears, you may have already had your players burn through a bunch of resources.
Yeah.
Which makes it even fucking scarier.
We decided against dragons, if only because there are so many dragons already in 5e. There is one dragon monster on the table, but it's very non-draconic. if you kind of
Yeah.
get it.
It's just, it's like, I think the thing with dragons is dragons are kind of conceptually boring in my opinion. I like dragons, but like all dragons in D&D, they have a breath weapon.
Yep.
You can claw attack. You can fly. You can do maybe some other stuff if you're real fancy.
There's an entire book of dragons. I've got there's an entire book of dragons, which admittedly, really good book. There's a lot of really good shit in here. But we didn't want to like add more dragons.
Yeah.
Because we feel that in the game Dungeons and Dragons, there are enough dragons.
Yes.
Although we do want to make a dungeon at some point. I want to sit down with Chris and make a really stupid dungeon.
I mean, yeah, I'm so here for really stupid dungeons.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we give it a nice chunky AC, something like 17, 18.
Absolutely.
What are we thinking on the health?
So this is the thing. I'm like, obviously, you know, we're going to make this something huge for high-level players. We do not want to just drop this on a bunch of poor level 5s.
No, this is designed for high-level players.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, you know, keeping it in kind of like, you know, the 200s to 300s is not unfair.
No.
You know. It would be weaker than the end boss I'm planning on using. I mean, that's fair. It depends. I suppose, again, if you're doing like a massive campaign for like, you know, 1 to 20, your level 20 people are going to be fighting Tiamat, you're going to be fighting fucking, you know, the Tarask.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you know, your proper CR 30. I feel like we're probably aiming around CR 24, 25, things like the Leviathan, things like, you know,
things like your
adult
Leviathan,
red dragons.
Krakens.
Or ancient red dragons, actually, I think are CR 25.
Yeah.
Krakens, I think, actually only CR 21? I can't remember.
Sorry, CR 40 red dragon. That doesn't make sense. CR. I've only ever seen CR go up to 30.
I'm assuming this is fan content.
It is, I want
well, it
to see
says previously we've said Inferno from the Forgotten Realm. So presumably Inferno being the name of the dragon. This is official? Forgotten Realms has a CR 40 red dragon called Inferno?
Is this from 3.5?
That's a fair shout, actually.
Is this from 3.5? Because we're only really working on 5e here, because that's the only one we know.
I mean, it's the one we know the best.
Yeah.
I believe so.
SP?
Yeah, okay. 3... No, I think that's a typo.
Probably so, right? Yeah. 3.5 calculates things differently. That's fair.
Yeah. 3.5 things, very different place. So this is strictly 5e.
Yeah.
Because we are basic bitches.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
We came late to the party of D&D. We've only played 5th edition.
We have. And then a bunch of other like systems.
A bunch of other systems. Yeah, and
systems.
I do want to get us playing Starfinder, which is just Pathfinder in space.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but that's because you love space.
I love space, and we're a little short on space systems. Like, there's Mothership, but that's really like alien inspired. So it's very much a sci-fi horror thing.
Yeah, I really like the Serenity system. Like, it's quite basic, but it's fun.
Lasers and feelings is good. Although I want to kind of complicate it up a bit more because it is a bit basic. All right, doing 3.5 into 5e conversions are hard.
Yeah.
For example, they did actually put out an entire official module that is something that's just ripped straight out of either 3rd edition or 3.5 and didn't really do the conversions of 5e being a bit more simplistic and maybe a little bit easier. And it's called Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Don't fucking play Ghosts of Saltmarsh at the level it recommends you to. Because we did. I played in a party of it. We were fairly high level. Our DM let us get away with some serious bullshit. I mean, grade A bullshit. And it still ended in a TPK. That he didn't edit. He took shit straight from the book. It still ended in a TPK.
Was that Pyro who ran that?
That was Pyro that ran it. That was my buddy Pyro.
God damn.
That was where Judge came from.
Yeah, I remember. And Judge was like, you know, a powerfully built paladin.
Oh yeah, paladin barbarian hybrid that they're still allowed to rage because I was using like the Warforged defenses rather than heavy armor, and let me make offhand attack with my Warforged fist, and it was the old Warforged from like the Eberron, like the original Eberron books, where they had the stupid, crazy fucking AC. So I was a paladin with 3 attacks in a turn and rage, and we still got killed.
It's pretty good, but it's pretty grim. So let's make some more grim. But this is grimdark. Grim.
Anyway, so hit points, many. Let's like the Nightwalker has just shy of 300. I say let's do 320.
320 works for me.
320 sounds good. I don't know how to calculate that back from averages of dice, so I very much apologize to anyone who uses this. That's the one like major flaw in all of our monster builds, is that we do not have
pick numbers.
Yeah.
Instead of dice.
The dice averages, we haven't got that, and I am very sorry. Sticking with the 30-foot speed. Actually, you know what? It's coming out of like this.
This is part of what I want to talk about.
Borrowing speed is what I was gonna say.
Not quite a burrowing speed. I almost want to give it like almost no speed, but an ability that lets it teleport through darkness.
Oh, you're thinking like basically like make it kind of like a top half boss.
Yeah.
That can move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I like that. Tell you what, Max, let's give it 0 feet of movement, but give it the teleport.
Absolutely, and probably reach on its melee.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna have big reach on its attacks.
Yeah. It's got big scary arms.
I think its main ability scores should be. Oh yeah, if it's from 3rd edition, then yeah, there's gonna be some crazy shit in there.
I was gonna say yeah, because was third edition not extremely broke, which was one of the reasons 3.5 was made in the first place.
I think so. But I think the
only time they ever did like a 0.5 edition.
Except for now.
Yep.
It's 5.5. It's not 1D&D. It's 5.5. Just play 5th edition. Steal the bits you like. And it's a 13th level spell slot. I've only ever heard. I'm sorry. I've only ever heard of a 12th level spell, and that was Karsus's Avatar, which is become God.
I mean, I love that. At 12th level spell, we become God. 13th level spell though, we become
Rewrite
dragon?
Universe. I cast Rewrite Universe.
Fuck y'all.
There's a reason why Mystra bound the Weave to only go up to 9th level.
Oh, no spells though, but it can cast Quicken spells. So just a 13th slot just to use on shit.
I upcat.
So dumb.
I cast a 13th level magic missile. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, I think its main
Beautiful.
Spare from the Dark. I think its main stats should probably be strength and charisma, because this is probably a charisma caster.
Most likely, yeah. Because intimidation and so on. It's what we're here for. That's fair. Cast Might on 13th level. Luck, well...
Still only 5d8. Weirdly enough, actually, that's the one... That's actually the one benefit to the new Smite, which I hate. It doesn't have a cap anymore.
Well, that's nice.
It doesn't have a cap anymore.
But it's now a spell.
It's now a spell. It's now a bonus action, and yeah. So not only have they just killed the Paladin's action economy quite heavily, because the Paladin gets a lot of bonus action spells, including the other smites. They've also made it so that other classes, like the Bard, can pick it up through magical secrets. In fact, you can pick up Divine Smite through fucking Magic Initiate.
Which is wild. Really.
And I hate that. I hate that so much. That carves out so much of the identity of the Paladin. You didn't need to nerf the Paladin when you buffed the Wizard. But you did need to buff the Monk and the Ranger. Why didn't you buff the Ranger Wizards? I love Rangers.
I love Rangers too, but Wizards don't. Wizards are cunts.
They needed a boost.
They did. Although, I was so
Don't
that
make a
I'm
fucking
watching
warlock in its spell. It's subclass at level 1, at level 3. You cunts.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the I don't even have an idea of the nature of the entity I'm making a deal with. Whoa, fuck off.
That was pretty stupid.
Take off the mic right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say in fairness, because I'm watching the Oxventurers Guild currently have a D&D 24 campaign going, and someone's playing a ranger, and like the great thing was, of course, I mean, this mainly because of the setting as opposed to anything to do with being, like the D&D 1 D&D 5.5, whatever the fuck it's called.
D&D
being
2020.
good.
The 2024.
D&D 2024.
rules.
2024 rules being any good. But the whole campaign's taking place in a forest. So of course, the Rangers' favorite terrain is forest. Yeah. So anything that's happened that requires like a perception check or an investigation check or anything terrain based, the Rangers just like, oh, I rolled a 2, but with all my bonuses, that's 25. You're like, there we go. That's why favorite terrain is occasionally great.
That's the thing. It's about Rangers were always too situational. That was kind of the thing.
Well, it was one of the problems, yeah.
And Hunter's Mark should be a class feature, like they kind of tried to do in Tasha's, but make it better.
Yeah,
And your fucking one of your fucking final abilities should not be, oh, you can no longer lose concentration on Hunter's Mark. Come on,
That's
man.
pretty stupid.
Like, even fighters and barbarians are having better than you. Come on.
Yeah.
They did make rogues more interesting though. I really like what they did with rogues.
But rogues didn't need a buff.
Rogues didn't need a buff, but they made it. The thing with rogues is gameplay wise with rogues, they're actually quite simple.
Yes.
I like that they gave them more options of things to do. They didn't necessarily like make them that much more powerful.
Okay.
Because what you can do,
but they gave them more variety.
Yeah, because what they can do is when they trigger sneak attack, they can sacrifice dice from their sneak attack to add effects.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like it. It's a really good use of it. It's basically treating the sneak attack kind of like a dice pool. I can do a whole bunch of like debuff shit, and that's very roguish. It's very flavorful. They nailed that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
but that is 100% gonna get real broken real fast.
Fuck off with this.
CR50. Yeah, no, that's you're getting very stupid now.
Chris, I've already told you about what they did with the cleric.
Oh yeah. They
Instant hallow.
Oh, anyway. Right.
So, I'm giving it 28 strength.
Let's do this.
I'm giving it 28 strength and 26 charisma because this thing's gonna fucking hit you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. What else are we gonna get? I feel like we should give it a low dex score.
Oh, very low dex. I think it should.
Yeah, very low dex.
Genuinely think it should have dex in like the negatives.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like I give it an 8 in dex and give it a -1.
Yeah.
But I want to give it a solid, quite a beefy constitution.
Yeah, I feel like a beefy constitution. Not like super beefy, but quite beefy.
Yeah, not beyond 20. I'm thinking like 17.
Yeah, like 16, 17.
Yeah, so that's +3 is cons. Intelligence? What do we think? What do we think for intelligence?
I think intelligence quite high.
Yeah.
I think maybe like an 18, 19.
So
again, not like crazy high, but like. Yeah, but like it's. I think this is a very thinking enemy.
Yeah, this is a creature that has basically formed a cult out of non-thinking creatures and brought itself back. That's kind of what we're doing. Yes, it'll definitely be immune to fear, charm, and a few other things.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, you don't scare this. You do not scare this.
No, it scares you.
In Soviet Russia, you scared the spell. Wisdom should also be pretty high then. Maybe give it a 16.
Yeah.
This thing's beefy.
Like two huge stats. You know,
couple of
shite
high stats and one shit stat.
Yeah.
Like dexterity saving throws are your friend when dealing with this motherfucker.
Yes, no, there will be no smashing the darkness. If you stick your dick in this darkness, the dick is not coming back.
Oh God! It's gonna have a huge bonus to its like strength and charisma saves. Like one of those bonuses where it's like, this is kind of pointless you doing this.
Yeah, I
but
think
also
that's
feels
very fair.
So awesome when you pull it off.
I mean, yeah, it's the one barbarian who tries to grapple this thing is going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's one thing I've seen. I've seen it a couple of times in NADPod. So like, hey, if you wanna like listen to a podcast that's really good, it's just really good storytelling D&D with some fairly decent mechanic stuff, especially later on. Not Another D&D podcast is great for that, but there's so many instances where it's just Brian Murphy sitting there being like, look, if the darkness sticks its dick in you, then God help you, you better hope it brought protection. Where like so many times Brian Murphy was like, okay, so they have like a plus 12 to this roll. Your DC is 15. I'm gonna roll in front of the table. I'm just like, that's a 2. Yeah! Makes you punch the air, it's good.
Deary me.
Charisma has got a plus 14 to the roll. Do you want to give it a... I want to give it a wisdom saving throw boost.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can give it an additional +8 or something?
I was going to go for plus 10 because of what I've done is I've taken the stat and then added...
Yeah, sorry.
Added
Yes.
6, sorry, not 7.
That is how that works. I remember how things work.
Yeah. And it's going to have a huge bonus to its intimidation.
Yes.
And it's going to have a plus 14 to its intimidation. Any other skills that should be proficient in?
I remember what... Oh man, my brain
Stealth.
is just like
You're gonna give it stealth.
stopped. Sorry.
It's going to have a strangely high bonus to stealth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because occasionally it's going to disappear and then it's going to fucking eat your ass.
Yeah.
And not in a good way.
And its passive perception will be 13. Languages.
You know what would be really funny?
Yeah?
If we gave it a huge bonus to sleight of hand.
Look at those hands!
I know,
Those
right?
hands are not slight!
I've just noticed. I love that Camille also
Sleight of hand.
gave the same suggestion.
It'll be just because it'll be really fun. Is like the Spirit from the Dark just kind of like sneaks around, pickpockets you, despite the fact its fist is bigger than your entire body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right?
This is gonna be good. Start with look. Look, buddy. This is gonna be great. Give me what you got, please. Your pockets are full of darkness.
Your pockets are full of darkness.
Your pockets are full of darkness.
Your pockets are full of darkness. Unless you cast light in your pockets. Your pockets are full of darkness.
Oh my god.
I really...
Fuck it,
so
yeah!
Come on, let's give it a really... Yes! And then let's give it, like, one ability where it gets to, like, I don't know, like, put something in your pocket or take something out of your pocket.
Okay,
Oh, and your organs. Your organs are also full
we're
of
not doing the
darkness.
create water inside somebody bullshit.
I don't know, Jay. I've never seen light inside your lungs.
You've never seen inside my lungs.
Exactly, because it's so full of darkness.
Well, it's fucking got me there. Right.
Okay.
I gotta...
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Right.
And his spellcasting ability is Charisma.
Charisma.
At will. Darkness.
Yes.
Actually, I think a couple of casts of Misty Step is probably a good idea.
I mean, do you want to give it cast a Misty Step or do you want to leave that as an ability?
Well, what I was thinking is you might give it a legendary action.
That's true.
A legendary action to teleport.
Yes. That could be good.
What other spells do you think would be a good idea to?
I mean, I don't know. I've just found a whole bunch of like
I'm gonna give it.
horrifying 8th level spells like Maddening Darkness and Dark Star. That's great. I love that.
I'm not giving it Dark Star, but I am giving it Maddening Darkness once.
Okay.
Once a day cast of Maddening Darkness.
Just to fuck up everyone's day.
Just want to be I just sitting there being like, I might be a dick and just leave jump. Because jump's sitting on the template. You can't jump 3 times a day. It can't go nowhere.
Right, there we go. Right, what necromancy spells do we have? Cause fear. Ooh, vampiric touch. That could be fun. Enervation feels like a very solid choice.
Enervation's probably a good idea. Maybe a fire spell.
Finger of Death.
Yeah, should we get Finger of Death's a really scary spell. Should we give a once a day cast of Finger of Death?
Yeah.
Okay, because this thing is a bad motherfucker.
It is indeed.
Right. Anything else you think you should be able to cast at will?
Mainly darkness.
Yeah, mainly darkness.
Yeah. And you should be able to do it without concentration. I think that's the main thing. Should be able to hold darkness without concentrating.
But I can only have one darkness up at a time, just because that'd be insane otherwise.
Fair. Yeah, it's a 15-foot radius sphere, so that's fair. Yeah. No, that works. Hang on a second. I'm gonna my wife has sent me a message. Give me a second. My wife and puppy are on their way home. Life is good. Although, my life is about to become 5 a.m. bike rides with the puppy.
Whoop.
Just so that I can then get to work. It's going to be grim. We doing some typing.
Yeah. I'm gonna start tidying this up a bit.
That's fair.
I'm gonna stick with the.
What spells did we finish on?
I've got Darkness, Maddening Darkness, Finger of Death.
Do you want Maddening Darkness and Finger of Death?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. It's a scary bastard.
Alright. Fair. So, and then, do you want to do, like, something more basic in terms of, like a lower level kind of necromancy spell that, you know, is more common? Like, yeah, like, Chill Touch or something like that.
We're not gonna give it Chill Touch, to be honest. Blindness! Give it blind... Oh, actually, yeah, let's give it an at-will cast of Blindness.
That's pretty solid, yeah.
That's such a dick move. Blindness, deafness, but blindness only. He was like, you blind. That's really fucked up. I love that. Let's do that. So let's go 3 times a day. Let's give it some cold spells. Actually, no. Let's give it some control spells.
Yes, that is a good shout.
Because this is going to be fucking up your battlefield. So I'm going to say Wall of Force.
Wall of Force could be good.
Wall of Force is really good because it doesn't do any damage.
Which just messes up.
Yeah, which is the reason
Your
why
other
I'm picking
stuff,
it over something like Wall of Ice, because Wall of Ice actually does a shitload of damage.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm here for that.
yeah. And Wall of Force is a concentration spell, so you can bring it down.
Yeah.
What else? I'm just gonna look at some Warlock spells.
That's a good shout.
Ooh, should we do Eye Bite?
The fuck does Eye Bite do again?
For the spell's duration, your eyes become an inky void imbued with dread power. One creature of your choice within 60 feet of you that you can see must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by one of the following effects of your choice. Gets to repeat the saving throw. Asleep, the target falls unconscious. It wakes up if it takes any damage. Panic, the target is frightened of you. On each of its turns, the frightened creature must take its dash action and move away from you by the safest and shortest available route, unless there is nowhere to move. If it gets more than 60 feet away from you, or it can't see you, then it ends. Or sickened, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
I mean, that sounds excellent. But also, Warlock minions we are already covered because of the creatures that this is made from.
Yeah,
so,
like there's a lot of like this thing. We've done a lot of minioning, and then the minions all die, and this thing comes up.
Yeah, this thing is made of its minions.
So we've already been doing lots.
That was
that was on the last time.
The previous Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster stream.
That was the last time we did this, which was a bit mental. Oh Christ! So 3 times a day cast Wall of Force and Eye Bite.
Yeah,
honestly, I think that's probably good in terms of spells.
Because the main thing we want the ability.
Yes, because we've got the. It doesn't need to concentrate on the darkness spell. I want to give it an aura. I want to give it like a fear aura.
Okay.
It's like any creature that starts its turn within 30 feet of despair from the dark must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
That sounds like a good shout.
Yeah.
So a good fear aura.
Should we maybe...
A fear aura.
Should we maybe do it like Dragon Fear?
How does Dragon Fear work?
Basically like that, except when you succeed, you're immune to it for 24 hours. Here's the thing. Remember how actually fucking nasty the frightened condition is.
Yeah. How about yes, you're immune to it unless you're in darkness.
Ooh, okay.
That gives flavor to the way that you're using the monster. It gives incentive
I like it.
for for the players to try and stay out of the darkness.
Aura of despair.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so it's within 30 feet. If you start your turn within 30 feet of this creatures who start their turn within 30 feet of this monster roll a wisdom saving throw. Given how high the charisma is on this, the
DC.
The DC on the saving throw should be 18.
Yeah. Well, think about this. We're throwing this at high level parties.
Yeah, you look like level 15, 16 adventurers.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe a DC 21.
I'll take a DC 21.
Yep.
That works.
DC 21 was
the player has started. The PC is afraid of the dark. The PC has disadvantage. And the wisdom saving throw and can't be immune.
Because the frightened condition on players can shut down a combat quite severely because it stops you getting closer to your target. I'm a little loath to bypass any resistances that they might have gotten to the frightened condition. Some classes can get that.
Yeah, paladins.
Paladins, some warlocks. I think there might be 1 or 2 sorcerers as well.
I mean, possibly. Sorcerers get very strange very quickly.
Yeah. But there's definitely there's some classes that get immunity to frightened as a thing.
Yeah.
And I don't like undercutting that.
No, but I think
it's rare for a player to get.
Yeah, I do think though that saying start to they become frightened, they fail the DC. However, if they pass, they become immune. This immunity does not apply when the player is in darkness, capital D darkness. So again, it's like it doesn't shut down the combat because you can run out of the darkness.
Yeah.
And escape it, but it takes you out of the combat, and then you have to go back into it. And if everybody goes out of the combat, then everybody has to come back into it, which gives you kind of space to regroup and things like that.
Yeah.
So
it means that if you spread out to try and deal, if you spread out to try and deal with this, it means that the Despair has to pick its targets.
That is also true.
So you can work with that. It's still a really fucking scary. That's a Skinny Biscuit's ability.
Absolutely.
Did we give any of our creatures legendary actions last time?
I don't think we... Oh, no, we did! We gave something a legendary action.
Just because I want to... was it Catapult Turtle?
Yes, I think it was Catapult Turtle.
Yeah, it was. We gave it legendary just because I want something to copy the format from.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah, because we gave it like 3 uses of a legendary action. We only gave it 1 legendary action.
Yes.
Does it need
that
reactions?
That one. No.
I don't think this thing needs reactions.
No. Although I do feel like, as a reaction, it disappears into the darkness would be fucking horrifying. It gets hit and it can use its reaction to disappear into the darkness and reappear somewhere else in the battlefield.
That was what I was thinking about for a legendary action.
I mean, it makes more sense as a legendary action, whereas if it's a reaction, it would only be once a turn. So it makes more sense as a legendary, or once a round. Sorry.
But if we do both,
no, don't do both.
It's the only movement this thing's getting.
This is true. I mean, you could have one reaction is disappear, appear somewhere else, and the legendary action could be, and you could have the reaction to only apply when it's hit. The legendary action could be, somebody does something and you get a move and do something when you reappear. That could be the thing.
Yeah. Or I was thinking about also on just the 3 a day spells, maybe give it Misty Step as well, just for an extra thing.
I mean, sure. And then make the casting of Misty Step part of the legendary action, like part of your...
No, give it... Just give it its own teleport for... Basically, because Misty Step only takes you 30 feet. Give it the legendary action teleport, lets you take it further.
Yes.
Remember, this is a big motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be immune to non-magical attacks.
Yeah, it's just I forgot to put those in.
Aye. You did actually. I forgot about that as well. It's like
because they're not actually in the they're not actually in the template.
Oh, well, that's fair. Is damage resistance is not in the template?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, we didn't do damage resistances or immunities because I meant to mention them and I forgot.
That's why I'm putting them in just now.
All right, so yeah, because we need because it goes saving throws, damage resistances, damage immunities. Then we need condition immunities.
I'll put down Charmed and Frightened.
Yeah.
Charmed, Frightened, Unconscious. This thing never sleeps.
Yeah. Also immune to... I don't think it should be possible to knock it prone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Charmed, Frightened, Unconscious, Prone.
Yeah.
You just grab the list of conditions and read it, and just read me the ones you think it would be.
Sure. Dear. Oh, I did. So blinded, I think it should be. I mean, I think maybe if we give it like.
I'm gonna give it. I'm thinking we
dark
give it
vision, tremor vision.
What?
Or tremor sense?
Tremor. Yeah, I think we should give it some tremor sense. Yeah.
Tremor sense. Yeah, so that's fair.
But I was gonna say for damage immunities, should we maybe go down the undead thing and say immunity from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing weapons from non-magical weapons that aren't silvered? Like give it the silver.
Could do. That's true. That would be fun.
That's fairly thematic for.
Yeah. And then obviously immune to necrotic damage as well.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
Jesus.
Resistance to. Yeah, immune to necrotic. Resistance to cold.
At
I
the
would
very
say
least,
as well.
resistance to cold.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to put a light sensitivity on it.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Light sensitivity sounds like an excellent idea.
But I don't want to give it weakness to radiant damage.
Fair.
If only because that's the
fair.
first thing any player will try. Oh, it's
This
a
is
big
true.
shadow monster, radiant damage.
Yeah. So if we no weakness to radiant damage, but definitely
I want to give it resistance to cold.
yeah. How do you phrase that? It's like if we activate like a light spell or
Oh,
something.
there's a. If you look at vampires,
Mm-hmm.
they have a thing called sunlight. Like I think it's called sunlight sensitivity. It's not the same as
and
that
it'll be a-
cold one.
Vampires. Here we go.
285.
Here we go.
Wah.
Regional effect variants. Shape changer, legendary resistance, misty escape, regeneration, spider climb, vampire weakness. Vampires, the following
Vampires was a badge.
flaws.
Yeah, sunlight hypersensitivity.
Sensitivity. Takes 20 radiant damage when it starts its turn in sunlight. While in sunlight, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Right, and that's under its features.
Yeah.
Features and abilities.
Yes,
So
that's
yeah,
it.
that's cool.
I'm gonna say light
And
hypersensitivity.
harmed by running water, the vampire takes 20 acid damage if it ends its turn in running water. That's cool as fuck. I
Yeah.
love that.
The vampire weaknesses here are the reason why Strahd gets memed on all the fucking time.
Why? Because he's really easy to kill if you do it in a particular way.
In several particular ways.
I mean, that's like the whole thing about Dracula and,
Yeah.
like, vampire counts in general.
See, these
They're
vampire
extremely
counts.
scary.
Say these vampire cants.
Say these vampire counts. Can't even count to 3. Unless it's the Muppets one. Right. We were on conditions.
Yeah, you think of more, please.
So, blinded, charmed, deafened, obviously immune to frightened.
Yep.
We've done grappled. I think trying to grapple this will be really funny, so we should leave it in.
I think I've got him on the ropes, boys!
Yep. Incapacitated, invisible, paralyzed, petrified.
Let's give it immunity. Immunity to petrified.
Yeah, I think immunity to petrified.
There's very few ways for players to do that, but still. Give it immunity to invisible. No.
Poisoned, prone, restrained.
Oh yeah, you should
stunned.
not be able to restrain this thing.
No, that's fair. To be fair, even if you did restrain it, it would just teleport.
Yeah.
So.
And also, what does restrain do? It reduces your speed to 0. Oh no!
What a shame. Stunned, unconscious, exhaustion. Should be immune to exhaustion.
It's dead. How do you exhaust the dead?
So there we go. That's a solid list of things.
That's pretty good. Do you want any more damage resistances or immunities? Hey Dragon, we're still on the same monster.
Yep. Ate some late lunch. That's all good.
I'm glad you're feeling well enough to eat some lunch, man.
Absolutely. No, I mean I'm quite happy with those, like, in terms of resistances.
Yeah. Resistance to cold, immunity to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing from non-magical weapons aren't silvered, and necrotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't need a lot more immunities and resistances. You're looking at like acid, cold. We talk about cold, fire, force, lightning, poison, psychic, radiant, thunder. There's no reason for it to have any kind of resistance to any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it starts to turn in light.
Quick pasta is good. Quick pasta is good.
Yeah.
My wife will hopefully be home with pasta soon. Pasta and puppy. Puppy and pasta. That's going to be the new things in the next Pokemon game. A puppy pasta Pokemon.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
You just said that.
Carpark Nara.
Carpark Nara. Carpark Nara.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Oh god. Carpark Nara. I'm gonna say that to Barry, and she's gonna come. She's gonna come through to your house. She's gonna stab you. Ah, and you'll deserve it. Anyway,
Right, I've basically just copied the vampire thing, except I've made it light, not sunlight.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You can kill this thing with a cantrip, but it might kill you It might kill you first.
Yes, I think the main thing is that it having disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks when it's in light, which is why it'll then go back into the darkness, because it has a teleport, it has an escape.
Yes.
Which is the reason why this is okay. Alright, so... Okay, so that's... Alright, so what have we got so far in... Obviously, we've gone through its, I suppose, features. So, you know, resistances,
nice.
things. So the next then, obviously, we're talking about abilities. So what have we got in our abilities so far?
You mean in its actions?
Yeah,
We need to give it its attacks. Like, how many attacks can this thing make in a round? Because I'm thinking 3.
I mean, at that level, 3 makes sense. Rotini, which has some spinach, tomato, or beets in them. Put American Alfredo sauce on it. I mean, that sounds pretty chill.
Alfredo
not gonna
sauce?
lie. Yeah.
Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's give it 2 weapons. Let's give it, like,
yeah.
claw attack, and then like some kind of ghostly gaze thing. So we can do 2 claw attacks and a weird scare people thing.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Like, well, I think, yeah, if you give it, 2 claw attacks and then, because Nightwalker's got an enervating gaze, enervating focus, melee weapon attack, 15-foot reach, 1 target, necrotic damage, target must succeed on a DC 21 con save, or its hit point maximum is reduced, which is pretty grim.
Fucking hurt.
Yeah, and we could give it a recharge thing as well.
Oh god, like a big. Oh yeah, like a big darkness.
And I think it's like a big AOE darkness attack.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, legit Alfredo doesn't have cream in it.
No, it does.
I have no idea. I don't know enough about an Alfredo sauce.
It does have a fear aura.
A fear aura.
It does have a fear aura. We have given it an aura of fear. Which is a bit like it's like dragon fear, but actually like slightly better.
Yes. Just butter and parmesan. I've always thought that fear auras were made of butter and parmesan too, but I got corrected very quickly.
It's just too greasy. It's just I'm so terrified that it's greased up and I'm scared.
This whole time we said it was despair from the dark. It's actually been despair from the dairy.
No. Fuck.
Cheese monster, go.
Greased up and be feta. We're feta than this, boys. God almighty.
Oh no.
We're fine.
We weren't very focused when we came into this conversation. We are much less focused now, and this has taken us an hour and 16 minutes so far. We're doing great.
Let's be real here. This is gonna be our only monster that we do this time.
This is probably gonna be the only thing we achieve tonight. It's been great. I thought that was the good.
That was good off for fuck's sake.
That was. Oh. I'm sorry. We'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah, you the man, Chago, Dragon Crash. Right.
Okay. No more cheese puns. No more cheese puns.
Claw attack.
Right.
Spooky attack.
So Claude.
Big recharge attack.
Yeah. Done with my dad jokes. Right. Yeah. Wouldn't it be fun with our 2 claw attacks if one does necrotic damage and the other does cold damage? Wouldn't that be fun?
Let's do both. Let's do both.
Perfect.
So.
Since we're leaning into it.
We're leaning into it, yeah. Claw. Melee weapon attack, plus 15 to hit, reach 20 feet, 1 target. Hit. I'm thinking... Right, this thing should fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So...
I mean... Again, so, we looked at the Nightwalker you'd asked me to look at, which...
Yeah, the Nightwalker.
You're looking at 5d8 plus 6 damage with, you know, other shit going into it. If we're looking at other big stabby, horrifying creatures...
Honestly, man, I was thinking of just skipping the slashing and going straight into the necrotic and the cold.
Yeah, I'm like... Because a lot of things at this level, you know, your classes that have damage resistances, their damage resistance are bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Yeah, just because Dragon's suggesting 2d10 slashing plus a d8 each on necrotic and cold, which is...
Aye.
Which, 9 times out of 10, yeah, that would be the thing to go for, but I'm feeling like this is just big necrotic fear.
Aye. What's...
So we say 3d6 of each?
Hang on a second. Page... here we go.
3d8 of each.
Oh, no,
that does top out a bit more
scary.
than Nightwalker.
I'm trying to look for like equivalently dangerous monsters and like what we're looking at. And struggling. Because, you know, like the majority of monsters are concentrated in that like between CR, you know, 10 and 20.
Yeah.
Kind of place where most people play.
That's the thing, yeah. So I'm going to written down as 3d8 plus 9 necrotic plus 3d8 cold damage.
I mean, that feels pretty good.
Yeah. And then I say we do a scary gaze that does psychic damage, because fuck you.
Yes.
Gaze of despair.
Oh, hang on. Oh, that's stupid. Creatures by CR. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, perfect. Page 172 gives me Mind Flare Lich.
The Elitha Lich, yay!
That is what we're looking for. That's something big and massive and horrifying. With a huge CR. So that you're looking at actions. Yeah, so your kind of basic like tentacle attack, the plus 12 to hit, you know, 3d10 plus 5 psychic damage, and some fuck you up shit. Now we're not adding a lot of fuck you up shit to the claw attacks.
No, that's just straight up damage. The fuck you up shit is
straight
the Gaze of Despair.
Yeah, so realistically, I'm like, you know, if we keep it as were you thinking D10s or D8s?
D8s. If we're starting to do 6d10 plus 9, that would end up being 12 d8 plus 9 plus 18 every turn.
Yeah, okay.
Plus whatever we're putting on
That's
the
hideous.
Despair. That's
No, that's fair. So
12d8 plus 9 plus 18 is already a lot of fucking damage.
That is a lot of damage. No, that's fine. Sorry, I've caught up. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll pay attention.
Very fair.
And then we've got the gaze.
Yeah, which I'm gonna base on its charisma. So plus 14 to hit. Range 120 feet.
That
Just
works.
just so that this thing can threaten things that aren't next to it.
Yes.
I've already given it reach of 20 feet on the claws.
Yes, which is great.
It isn't.
I mean, it's great for like us right now.
Oh, it's great for us, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse when you drop this monster on a party that I'm in.
To be honest, if I'm gonna drop any immediately on the party that you're in, that I'm DMing for, it's gonna be Catapult Turtle.
Yeah, it's because you love Catapult Turtle.
I do love
and you're
Catapult
gonna
Turtle.
throw kobolds
I do like
at
the idea
people.
of flinging goblins at 300 miles an hour at your face.
Yeah.
But also, it's the easiest one. It's the one that we've set up as like an encounter that's hardest to metagame.
Yes.
The double cost-ons you'll be able to metagame. And I know you wouldn't, but I want to remove
I
want to remove that temptation.
Okay.
One target. Hit. So what? I'm thinking the Gaze of Despair does like a little bit of psychic damage and saving throw or big fear.
I mean, what would make it big fear versus regular frightened condition?
Well, I'm looking at this as despair. Which
Yes.
I'm thinking would be you inflict the frightened condition and then reduce their speed to 0.
So they're rooted to the spot. Well, no, because the frightened condition. Well, I suppose there's the
Frightened
disadvantage
condition
stuff.
doesn't make you have to run.
No, it means you can't get any closer.
Yeah.
Um.
But the idea is, hits you with the Gaze of Despair, knocks you to 0, knocks your movement to 0, and then use the legendary icon to teleport behind you.
I mean, that's pretty fucking horrifying. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Just
That's
looms
pretty
out of
great.
the dark and consumes you.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's like 2d12 of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's still gonna fucking hurt. 2d12
Absolutely.
plus 8 of psychic damage.
Hooray!
Let's make this. Should we make this a charisma save?
No, she would still be a wisdom save.
Okay. Same DC 21, or should we make this higher?
Cause it's more bad, I feel like I would be tempted to give it a lower DC, but then
19.
also
It's doing this
Yeah, like,
every turn with no cost. And making 2 claw attacks.
yeah,
Let's give the players the DC 19, the sub 20.
yeah.
DC.
Just this one time, we'll give them the DC 19.
Because we love you so much.
I know.
On a failed save, the target becomes frightened and their speed drops to 0. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
You wanted to give it a big charge attack.
Yes, I want to give it a hit everyone attack.
Yeah, might I make a suggestion then?
Sure.
It attacks everyone in dim light or darkness.
I like that.
I'm thinking shit, that's a reference you won't get. No, it's a Warframe comparison.
Okay.
I was gonna say, but it's like, no, you won't get that. Basically,
I have played one session of Warframe, and I had lots of fun not knowing what I was doing.
And you're not familiar with the frame I was gonna talk about, which is Neja, who I actually think you would have a great time with.
Thank you.
Very flowy and dancey. They set their feet on fire and are really, really hard to kill.
I like dancing and being hard to kill.
And
Those are two of my favorite things.
Yeah, their passive ability is that when they slide on their bum, they go 300% further than everyone else.
I mean, that sounds great.
Super bum slides. It's really fun. It's really fun and really stupid.
Fuck yeah. It was one of the best mechanics they implemented in Borderlands 3. Was bum slides.
Bum slides and mantling. But yes. So basically, I'm thinking sort of like a smash the ground and like spears of darkness shoot up out of the ground in all areas of dim light or darkness.
I'm up for that.
Yep. Kebab from the dark.
Yeah. One caveat.
Yep.
After that attack is performed, you teleport.
Yes, absolutely. And please come up with a better title than Kebab from the Dark.
Kebab from the Dark.
I'm begging you.
What's them? And I was thinking about like in Dark Souls, the spell that you get from Gravelord Nito, where you just get to bring swords up from the ground. It's very much the same vibe.
Yeah.
But I think it's just called like Grave Sword Slash or something stupid. Thorns of Despair.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Well, I've already got Gaze of Despair, so let's go Thorns of the Dark. Thorns from the Dark.
Yeah. Okay. It's either that or you could call it Surprise, motherfucker!
I cast Surprise, motherfucker!
Call it the dark. You call it Darkness Isn't Safe.
Nah, it's a bit cheesy.
Alright. Hiding won't save you.
And because I like a big boss monster to be kind of chaotic, I'm just gonna say every creature in dim light or darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 100% fair.
So if this thing does still have any minions left, they're dead.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, I kind of wanted to say that like back in the features before we're in the actions, we could 100% have like just a thing that is like, this dude kills anybody, we summon a bunch of minions.
That's too much.
Well, given that double cost-ons literally their whole thing is that they make more of themselves. Yeah, no, that would suck.
Like that,
funny though.
We'd have to come up with a new monster that would be summoning.
Yeah, we would. All right.
And at that point we'd bring in Skull Servant.
Yes.
And then we have a King of the Skull Servants, and then it's Grace, I think we're writing a module.
In that module, can we please have Labyrinth Wall and Wall Shadow?
Yes. Oh, fuck yeah. This is the thing. This is what... Because we talked about this a lot when we made Catapult Turtle.
Yeah.
If we want to create monsters as encounters and encounters as puzzles.
Yeah.
Because that... I mean, some parties will get fully engaged with just, I smack the thing, and I keep smacking the thing. Because sometimes it's fun. But if you can make your players think, if you can make your players like really dig into the encounter, everything gets so much better.
Because as soon as the first player that gets it and goes, oh shit, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
It makes them
feels
feel like 3 million IQ.
Yeah. And then you bust out something else that fucks them over even more. They're like, oh no, Another layer of puzzle.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it makes your monsters feel intelligent because it means they have tactics and they have moves.
Yes.
DC 23 dex saving throw or take. Let's go heavy on this one because it's a charge ability. I'm going to say 10d10.
10d10. Yeah, that works.
10d10 of necrotic damage.
Yeah, but it's like a recharge 6.
5-6.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. We'll take 10d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Uh,
And again, we're just doing damage. I don't think this has anything else on it, really.
I was going to say, well, actually, just to even this out, should we make it a suck or save? And basically just go on a successful save, you take no damage. Just to...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just to...
I think so. Yeah.
Just to even that out a bit.
Yeah.
Despair from the dark, then teleports to an area of dim light
or
darkness within 300 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. That works. And then we need to give it its reaction, where if it's struck, it can teleport to a site of dim light or darkness within 300 feet.
Yeah, give me a second.
Right.
Charge 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Let's give it its reactions and its legendary actions.
Yeah.
So I need to quickly grab the template thing. where I have the reaction.
I was going to say, do reactions go in a separate space from actions?
They do, yes.
Oh, cool.
I just realised I'm technically working on the open stat block thing, so whoops.
That's silly.
Did we give Catapult Turtle a reaction? No, we didn't. We only gave it legendary reactions.
Yeah, I don't think we gave any of the last ones.
Yeah, Double Coston didn't get one, Catapult
Reactions.
Turtle didn't get one, and Ryukushin powered
Didn't get one.
didn't even open.
Did we do? We didn't do Cocoon. Did we do Cocoon
No,
of
we didn't do
Evolution?
Cocoon
Or
of
did-
Evolution.
No, we talked about it.
We only did
That's fair.
we only did those three: Catapult Turtle, Double Coston,
That's
and
fair.
Ryukushin powered. Because as you can tell, this shit takes time.
It does. It does. This one's taken nearly 2 hours.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, bang. What the fuck happened?
I have no idea, Jonathan.
Oh, I did something went fucky there, and it just deleted all of its actions.
Undo.
I just did. It's fine.
That's fair.
Okay, that's weird.
Looks like it might have been a formatting thing.
Yeah, reactions. The picture's now gone.
Actions.
How are reactions usually phrased? Because there's not actually a lot of monsters with reactions.
No, that's what I'm currently looking for. Is a monster that's got a reaction. No, actions.
There should be a couple, I think, in maybe the back of the monster manual where there's just the dudes. And there's a few with, like the riposte reaction.
Fair. I'll go back down and look at the dudes. I'm in the monster manual just now.
You look at something else. I've got the back of the monster manual here.
Okay, I'll look in Mordenkainen.
Yeah. That's all like beasts and shit.
Yeah.
Riveting content.
Oh, here we go. Gloomweavers have a reaction. So yeah, so it's in its own little
It's in its own little thing. How's it phrased? I'm sorry, where did you find that?
Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, page 225.
Thank you.
Almadin. Yeah.
Shadowkai Gloomweaver, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there's no like preamble text. You just go. Whoop.
Yeah. So it's just under actions, reactions the same way, and then list it.
Yeah. When let's see. When
Okay.
the despair from the dark takes damage, it can teleport to an area of dim light or darkness within 120 feet.
Fair. You don't want to stick with the 300 feet in the other
Well, 300
one?
feet's like the big one for the big thing, so I kind of want to.
Fair enough.
I was gonna do.
Keep
lesser
this
for
one
the others.
smaller.
Yeah, do
Fair
the
enough.
smaller.
Yeah.
So it reacts, and then I'm gonna get the thing from Catapult Turtle, which was the legendary action.
Yeah.
This is again, it's a format thing. Blah.
Aye.
Don't explode! Oh. That's weird.
What?
It just fucking disappeared the reaction that we just wrote.
Ah. There you go.
Huh.
You can rewrite that again.
Nah, fuck that.
Well, now you could just copy that and then hit redo.
What? Well, I've undid the reaction. I'm just doing I'm now doing a different thing for the legendary actions.
Alright.
So, because fuck it, honestly.
Fair.
Although I will get the text from Catapult Turtle that has, this is sort of the lorem ipsum kind of thing.
Yeah.
3 legendary actions.
Yeah. That sounds about pretty solid. One for teleport, one for pickpocketing, just for one for one for teleport, one for sleight of hand, just for shits and giggles. I know what the sleight of hand one is.
Oh, do tell.
You have to roll sleight of hand against your opponent's dex, and if you succeed, you teleport the opponent to a space of darkness or
Do a contested
low
sleight of
lighting.
hand check.
Yes,
Oh my god.
against your opponent's dex save. It literally, you become a floor master from Zelda. You fucking just grab them, put them in a place of dim light or darkness.
Amazing. Teleports to everything like darkness within 120 feet. I forgot to give it Tremor Sense.
That's alright. You should do that though.
Tremor Sense. 100. I'm gonna say 120 feet. 'Cause fuck it.
Fair?
Seems to be what we're
Make
working
it nothing can hide. That works.
Yeah.
Unless it's flying.
on.
As long as you remember to give it dark vision, I take it.
Well, the Tremor Sense would kind of surpass Dark Vision, but
Well, except for stuff in the air.
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
120 feet of Dark Vision it is as well.
Yeah, it is despair from the dark. If it didn't have dark vision, that would be a bit
Yeah.
stupid.
Ooh. Actually, that means I need to give it another quick ability just to double down on that.
Yeah.
Just giving it enhanced dark vision.
Yeah.
Just so we can see normally in areas of magical darkness.
Absolutely.
Right, I just need to quickly grab myself something with legendary actions just to have a quick look. There we go. Okay, so it's assumed one action unless it lists otherwise.
Yeah.
So Loom, the despair from the dark teleports to an area of dim light or darkness within 120 feet. Give it all the move somebody else.
Shit. All my good ideas disappear.
I'm gonna call it Grasping Shadow.
Actually, vocalize. Grasping Shadow is great. Yes.
If I could spell it right. Grasping Shadow. Spare from the dark. Targets one creature it can see and makes a contested sleight of hand.
Well, it would need to be the creature can see within 20 feet.
Oh, right.
Because it needs to be something it can in fact reach.
Contested
It
sleight
just
of hand.
grabs you, passes you into itself, and you appear in a patch of darkness or dim light.
Says it teleports the target to an area of dim light or darkness within 120 feet. And do we want to give it an attack as a legendary action?
Give
it cost it two legendary actions to loom up and strike.
Wait, have we done the teleport as a?
We've done the teleport as a one legendary action. And we've done the.
Okay, well, as two two legendary actions, let's do the teleport plus an attack.
Yeah, two legendary actions. Clawing darkness.
Yeah.
Open brackets. Costs two actions. The despair from the dark. Teleports to an area of dim light or darkness within 120 feet and makes a claw attack against one creature within ranges. That's a Lyra. Is that a bum?
Hello.
It is a bum. Do you want to see her?
Yes. Show us the dog.
Hang on a second. Lyra, puppy. Lyra, puppy, you want to come up?
Puppy.
Oh, my darling.
He's being so careful.
Oh, there you go, puppy. See?
Oh, she's getting big.
Yeah, she's so big now. Oh,
Hey, Lyra.
she's my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're so good, puppy. You're so good. Alright. We're gonna go back to terrorizing people now, okay?
Hi, Barry.
Put you down. Good girl. Good girl. See? And nothing broke. You're okay and you're safe. Good girl. Alright. She really hates being in my office. Yeah. Like, yeah. That one session where she like trashed like the wire caught on her foot and she like pulled everything down. Fully traumatized her. She hates coming in here now.
Get the shit out of it.
It's a real shame.
Yeah. Well, honestly, man, I think that's it.
I mean, I think we've made a fucking terrifying monster.
I think we have. Let's just go over and see if there's anything we missed.
Yeah.
Armor class of 18, hit points 320, speed 0, gargantuan undead, neutral evil. 120 feet of Tremor Twemacynth.
Twemacynth.
Synth is the Twemeth.
Do we want to make it gargantuan? Because
I want to make it gargantuan.
So, I'm just thinking, medium is 1 square.
Yep.
Large is 4 squares.
Yep.
Huge is another is 3 by 3.
9.
So 9 is 9 squares.
And
So
then
gargantuan is 4 by 4.
Yeah, it's a big fucking thing.
With a 20-foot reach.
Yeah. But also can't move.
Yeah, but like that's.
Shall I just make it huge
Like,
instead?
I feel like huge is less. Cause like again, like a gargantuan is like the Leviathan. I don't think it's as big as the
Like
Leviathan.
a gargantuan is a Tarrasque, I'll admit. 'Cause if I look over here, I've got the stat block for an adult green dragon here, and that's a huge creature.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like huge fits this a bit
Very
better.
huge, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge undead.
Aye.
Saving throws, strength, wisdom, charisma, skills, intimidation, stealth, sleight of hand.
Yep.
Tremor sense, dark vision, 120 feet, passive perception, 13. Passive perception's really not great.
No. Passive perception's only 13.
Well, because passive perception is 10 plus your wisdom modifier. Well, plus your perception score, which unless you're proficient, is your wisdom modifier. We didn't give it proficiency in perception.
Perception. I think we should give it proficiency in perception.
So we should give it Persephone in perception?
I think we should give it Persephone in perception.
Okay.
Perception. Tremor sense, 120 feet. Dark vision, 120 feet. Boost the perception because it can see you in the dark. Damage resistance is cold, immunities, bludgeoning, slashing, piercing from non-magical weapons that aren't silvered, and an immunity to necrotic. Condition immunities, charmed, frightened, unconscious, prone, petrified, restrained, and exhausted. Fucking excellent. Languages, common and deep speech.
Yeah, I wanted to give it deep speech because that's like abyssal. That's like the primordial kind of shit. That's like aberration kind of speech. Because the undead don't really have their own language.
No, they don't. They mostly don't speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's fair. Whereas deep speech, I feel like that fits.
The XP for this is
speaking.
wrong, but I can't remember what the XP for a CR23 creature is.
Yeah, and again, the CR, as with any CR for anything, is a fucking guess.
It's bullshit.
Innate spellcasting, unending darkness, spare from the dark, does not need to concentrate the darkness spell. Aura of despair, starts this turn with 30 feet, 30 feet wisdom, become frightened. Pass saving throw, they become immune to the effect for 24 hours unless they are in the area of the darkness spell, which is great because boy do we have some attacks for you.
The great thing is, because darkness is still an action.
Yeah.
Like you do have to choose between casting darkness and doing all this shit.
Yes, which is good, I think.
Yeah, that gives it some balance. It gives it some fucking balance.
I mean, to be fair, for more balance, I would take out Maddening Darkness and Finger of Death. I'm starting to feel like they may be too much, but I don't know. We'll need to playtest it.
Well, they only get them once, and Maddening. Okay, I'm just gonna.
But
double
that's
check.
once each.
Yeah, once each. I'm gonna double check something. Because Finger of Death is like a one-shot, hurts like fuck.
Yeah.
7th level spell? Yeah, 7th level
8th.
spell. Finger of Death is 7th level.
I thought Finger of Death was. Oh, fair.
You
Oh,
said-
I was thinking of. Sorry, I was thinking something else.
Yeah.
I think of. Yeah.
Because Maddening Darkness is an 8th level. Finger
Yeah.
of Death is target must make a con save. On a failed saving throw, it takes 78 plus 30 necrotic damage, or half as much on a success. A humanoid killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie. It is permanently.
Aye, so it's like. And again, at that level, that shouldn't kill somebody unless they're already
well.
seriously damaged. Yeah.
Yeah, like Finger of Death is fine. Maddening Darkness might be too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maddening Darkness is concentration though.
Okay. And we
Maddening-
have given ourselves only a mere 17 con.
So it's only got +3 to its concentration checks.
Yeah.
So I specifically didn't give it proficiency in the saving throws because holy fuck.
Yes, no, that would be ridiculous.
The darkness, 60-foot radius sphere of darkness. Creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness. Non-magical light created by a spell 8th level or lower can't illuminate this area. Shrieks, gibbering, and mad laughter can be heard within the sphere. Whenever a creature starts its turn in the sphere, it must make a wisdom save or take 8d8 on a psychic damage on a failed save. Like, it's pretty vicious. Because getting out of it's really hard.
Yeah. Here's a balance thing then. So obviously, one of our big balances is light hypersensitivity.
Yep.
Do you want to increase the damage for bright light?
Well, because this thing is it goes bright light, dim light. There's not really an intervening thing.
Okay. Isn't there? Okay, fair enough.
Well, then, bright light, dim light, darkness.
Is there not a thing above bright light?
Nope.
There should be.
There isn't.
For things like...
There'd be blinding light.
Yeah. Oh well.
Flashbang it!
Well, at least then put it, instead of having it, if it starts its turn in light, have it change it starts its turn in bright light.
Yeah, that's a fair point actually. Because otherwise it's just gonna fucking die through most of its own features just by being in dim light.
The existence of light, yeah.
The daylight spell is gonna fuck this thing up really hard.
Yeah, and that's the point.
Yeah, and if you're at higher levels, daylight's only a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
It's gonna do better than fireball in this instance.
Although I like the idea that the bard manages to kick its ass with dancing lights.
I mean, yeah.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Given the rest of the shit it's got here to fuck people up with, I'm like, actually, nah, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that 2 attacks with its claws, plus 15 to hit, reach 20 feet.
Oh right.
3d8 plus 9 damage, plus 3d8 cold damage. Fuck. Yeah, no, that's hardcore.
Yeah, that's
gonna hurt.
Deadly.
Yeah.
So this thing is pumping out 6d8. Sorry, no, 12d8 plus 2d12 plus 17 damage. Plus plus 26 damage in a turn.
Yeah. Well, hang on. So we get are we getting to use the 2 claw attacks and with the Gaze of Despair in one go?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I mean, that's just so for instance,
like for example, even like just again the adult
I'm just
green
thinking
dragon, which is well below this. The dragon can use its frightful presence. It then makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws.
Yeah, but like I feel like none of those do as much damage as what we're talking about.
No, they're only no. The claws do 2d6 plus 6, and the tail does 2d8 plus 6.
Yeah, so it's
even
significantly below what we're doing.
Even the ancient dragon, which is CR22, and we're looking at CR23, is 4d6 plus 8 for a claw, and 2d8 plus 8 for a tail, and it's still doing the same thing.
Okay. I'm just looking at the Nightwalker, which you can do.
Sorry, 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws. So it's a 2d8 plus, it's a 2d10 plus 8 plus 3d6 for a bite, and then a 4d6 plus 8 for a claw. So that's 8d6, 11d6, 11d6 plus 2d10 plus 24.
Close to what we're doing then.
Pretty close to what we're doing, yeah. And we're like...
Yeah. Again, it's my frame of reference here is looking at the Nightwalker, which is CR20, and it gets 2 enervating focus or enervating focus and its rechargeability, Finger of Doom.
To be fair, the enervating focus... Jesus, is that it, boy? The enervating focus and the
enervating focus, in fairness, cuts your fucking health maximum.
Yeah.
Which is grim. At a DC 21 con save.
Yeah, like it's
Um,
really nasty, and it's got its aura of
Yeah.
annihilation going on.
that is true. You know what? That is true. Yeah, no, I'm happy then. Let's.
I was gonna say,
Keep
'cause I
it.
can knock a I can knock a D12 off the Gaze of Despair if you want.
No, because it's only 2d12.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's
2d12
2d12.
is
It's
eight.
2d12 plus the frightening.
Yes, and the frightening is good. But it's again like all of it's single target. Like the melee weapons and the gaze are all single target.
Yeah, this thing
which is
doesn't
good.
do. It's only AOE is the Thorns from the Dark.
Yeah, everything else is single target.
Yeah.
So that helps as well. Even its spells, aside from Wall of Force and Eye Bite and Maddening Darkness.
Eye Bite is only single target at a time.
Oh, well then yeah, okay.
Um,
Oh, don't forget to include in the multi-attack, you can do 2 and attack with Gaze of Despair, or 1 move of Thorns from the Dark.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Some fine tunage.
See, this is why we go over it at the end, just the last little bit. 'Cause we only got like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
We had like 15 minutes, and we're like, ah, fuck it. Thorns from the Dark. Fuck you.
Absolutely. So it claws into the ground and calls up spears of darkness from the shadows before teleporting away. If a creature in dim light or darkness must make a DC 23 dex save or take 10d10 necrotic damage. The despair from the dark then teleports to an area of dim light or darkness within 300 feet. It's fucking great. I love it.
I'm gonna
Actions:
Okay.
escape into the dark.
just because somebody's gonna
Yep.
be an asshole
Mm-hmm.
and say that this technically affects everybody in the world who's in dim light or darkness.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a range on it
within
300 feet because fuck.
So, yeah.
Because fuck you pernickety DMs. Somebody's gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
about it.
Someone's gonna
Someone's
be.
gonna be. It's like it's nighttime. What do I do? I kind of killed everyone in the country.
Everyone in this hemisphere.
I mean, that would make this thing a very viable threat. Of a hey, we need
Just a smidgen of a viable threat, you understand. Escape into the dark. When the despair from the dark takes damage, it can teleport to an area of dim light or darkness within 120 feet and causes a reaction. It's only once per round. Legendary actions. Take 3 legendary actions. Choosing from the options below, only 1 legendary action can be used at a time, and only at the end of another creature's turn. Despair from the dark regains spent legendary actions at the start of its turn. Which is why legendary actions are so fucking terrifying.
Yeah, legendary
Loom.
creature. There's a reason. Oh, should we give this thing legendary resistance?
I had wondered about it, but actually, I think not.
Because there was only one other creature I could think of that has legendary actions but doesn't have legendary resistance, and it's the Kraken, and it's the one thing everybody fucking memes on the Kraken for.
Not having a legendary resistance.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose legendary resistance is just like, you get free not
It's
failings of
3
your
uses
saving
of
throws.
not failing a saving throw. And remember, failing saving throws at this level can mean shit like banishment or polymorph.
Yeah, okay, let's give it legendary resistances, shall we? Yeah. That's a very good
Realised
point.
we
Let's
hadn't
put that
fucking
back in.
done that.
Yeah. I'm like, stats and skills, features, actions. So it goes in features. With our innate spell casting and unending darkness.
I'll give it the standard 3 per day.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's only 3 per day.
That's kind of the standard. 3 legendary resistances per day.
Hang on. I was looking at vampires earlier and they have legendary resistances.
Yeah, most.
Eh.
Yeah, most creatures. There are some with more, but it's like really usually high level shit.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Standard vampire. Yeah, legendary resistance 3 a day.
Yeah, most like ancient silver dragon 3 a day.
Nice. Oh damn! I've just read like all of this feature stuff on vampires. Like vampires are fascinating as creatures because they've got a bunch of weaknesses, but they also have a bunch of additional shit.
It's very
Like-
Dracula, like actual.
Very Dracula. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Actual Dracula. Like lots of powers, lots of weaknesses. Flawed creature.
Sometimes turns into wolves.
Indeed. But also Misty Escape and Regeneration.
Yeah, regeneration is the reason why
Very
vampires
well.
are cunt.
Oh, absolutely.
Chris, can I say,
Yeah.
Chris, you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Are you planning on it?
No.
Okay. Spoiler warning for Baldur's Gate 3. You have a fight against a master vampire at one point. And he does a lot of like changing into mist and shit. However, plonking daylight down fucks his shit up immensely, and it's funny as fuck because he's so up himself and he's such a cunt.
I mean, I feel like if you're a vampire that old, you've earned the right to be a cunt.
It made me really glad that I made Shadowheart into a light domain cleric, because light domain clerics rock. Just walks in with daylight for free, bang. I was like, what do you mean I'm on fire and can't be invisible? Ah! And I just had my monk run in and be like, cool.
Love that.
Because Baldur's Gate 3 monk is fucking mental. Like, the Baldur's Gate 3 monk is so fucking stupid good. And I'm so happy about that because I only picked monk because I went monks are fun but not powerful. And then found
So this
out that
was,
they were busted.
I'm glad now because Alex was asked me what he should do for his next Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and I was like, do monk.
Yeah, do monk.
So I'm glad that I've sent him on the right path.
Yeah, no, because I did a no monk for my first playthrough. Couple of things. So you know my psychopathic 10 attacks in a turn barbarian build.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that a lot easier in a monk. In Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
And I can actually do more.
That's impressive.
Because if you put 3 levels in Thief Rogue, because normally the Thief Rogue in regular 5e is crap. They did make it better in the 2024. The ability they gave it in Baldur's Gate 3 was Thief Rogue's first ability. You get a second bonus action. You just get 2 bonus actions every turn.
You get a second bonus action?
Yep.
For free?
For free, just every turn. Fun thing about the my early days of homebrewing, a friend of mine and I once sat down and we took the classes who we thought had really shit level 20 features, because some of them do have really shit level 20 features, like the Sorcerer, the Bard, the Monk, and the Warlock. Don't think we fixed Warlock, but we did fix all the others. Like Sorcerer, we just went, right, your sorcery point capacity doubles. And Monk, we went, yeah, you're using your bonus action all the time. Just have 2 bonus actions. That was what we gave as the capstone feature at level 20 for the Monk.
And this you get it for a 3 level dip into Rogue.
3 level dip into Rogue, which also gets you the cunning action.
Yeah.
And
And sneak attack.
So monks also got an ability that, as an action, you can enter a state that gets you back, I think, half your key points, restores a bit of health, and grants you another bonus action for a temporary amount of time.
Jesus.
If you use a potion of speed or have haste cast on you, that also gives you an extra action. And I mean full action. Not the regular haste action you get in 5e. I'm talking whole ass action to do whatever you want with. So that put me in a state that for like 2 or 3 turns, I could have 2 full actions and 3 bonus actions.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm not done. Because do you know what else happened?
What?
They started the monk's martial arts die 1 higher than it was normally. So it starts at a d6 and progresses from there. They gave the open hand, and no, this was I think it's a general monk ability. All monks get to, at all times, be doing an extra d4 of either radiant, psychic, or necrotic damage as part of their unarmed strike, for every unarmed strike.
Okay.
I also got my hands on a pair of gloves of soul catching, which change your unarmed dice to 2d10 of force. I punched a dragon to death.
I can see why.
I walked up and I beat that dragon to death with my bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
Arla Softshoe did not fuck around.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, everybody, It's 6 minutes past 10 and we made a monster!
We've made a monster, baby! Go play Baldur's Gate 3, it's really good.
In the meantime, feel free to perceive us. This video will go up on YouTube, youtube.com/thebrothersHoney.
Thank you.
You can perceive this one on Twitter and things like that. Jonathan Honey 4. You can follow his games company, Auld_Games. That's AULD_Games. They're doing some crazy shit in Glasgow the end of this month.
Yes, we will be participating.
Come see them.
We will be exhibiting at Scottish Games Frenzy on the 31st of October. We will be demonstrating. We're going to be showing up a lot of concept art. We'll be there. We'll be able to talk about stuff, and we'll hopefully have a version of the game you can play. Finally, after all this time.
Exciting. Yeah, that's pretty fucking exciting.
That'll be at Barclays Eagle Labs on the 31st of October. It's free to get there. It's free to go in.
Absolutely. So fucking go along. I'm gonna go along. Fucking be there. Otherwise, you can follow me at Chris Honey Actor on Instagram because I don't fuck with other kinds of social media.
Yeah.
And of course, most importantly, this, along with all of the other homebrew that we've done, is available for free on
my Patreon. That's Jonathan Honey on Patreon. I'll see if I can get an actual link. There'll be a link in the description to this video. There's a link on the Twitch channel. It won't cost you anything. Just show up to the Patreon and be like, hey, I want this shit. It's yours, man. It's yours.
Yeah. That's because Patreon now has that thing where you can join people's pages for free.
Yeah.
Life's good. Do that, you get all of this shit. Some of it will even be in nice shiny PDFs.
Yes, still working on that.
Yes.
Still working on that.
Slowly
that's
but
been
surely.
A long afternoon for me.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm a busy boy.
But yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the people in the chat. Thank you for coming and seeing this on YouTube. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye!